Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Thursday, February 21st. Before we get to today's date and games, let's just do a little review. NHL went well for us. Out of the 4 games we had to look at, 3 went the way we expected. Again, we're really zeroing in on the pattern of points and date numerology. Yesterday, we had a 61 date numerology. We had 2 teams going for their 61st points, and they both got it. And the Avalanche really spanked the Jets, which is probably a surprise to most NHL fans in light of the Jets being one of the better teams and the Avalanche not having the greatest season. But 61st points, 61 date numerology. In the case of the Avalanche game, we also pointed out that Winnipeg Jets equaled 61, so a perfect team to get the 61st points again. In the Flames-Islanders game, 61 was the 18th prime. The Islanders picked up their 18th loss. And we were thinking the same thing would happen in the Bruins game. This is the one where it didn't work out for us. Bruins could have got their 18th loss, plus Vegas equals 18. So I thought things were good there for the Golden Knights. But this is what we see. This is about the typical pattern. When there's something that we zero in on, it's going to hit the majority of times. I'd say it's probably somewhere between, on a given day, it's probably right around 70%. If there were 10 games with the same pattern and you followed it, you'd probably win 7 out of 10, which isn't bad. That means you're winning. And some days it'll be better. But last night it was 75% in the NHL. Let's see. College basketball. College basketball yesterday, the one thing I'm kicking myself for is doubting the 111 thing with Duke. We've known it's been all about 111. They came into this all-time series with 111 wins, and they stayed at 111 wins. Again, Blue Devils 111, Zion Lateef Williamson 111, Durham, North Carolina 111. They became 11-1 in New York earlier this year. New York 111. So they stayed 111 wins. And look at what North Carolina wins with. 88 points, their signature number. Again, Tar Heels is 88. The last year they were in the college championship, they averaged 88 points in the tournament. I'm sure you guys saw the video I put out last night on Zion Williamson's shoe, him tearing his shoe at the beginning, which no doubt the shoe was ready to self-destruct. It was all part of the script. Shoe 47 like Tar Heels. The game was 47 days from the championship. It was on the 20th. It was on a date with 61 and 16 numerology. So the shoe lined up for the ritual in all 4 ciphers. And I don't think this changes anything about Duke's odds of winning the championship. It's just a ritual. And a lot of people paid a lot of money for that game and left very disappointing. Nevada did get beat by San Diego State. I didn't see San Diego State's narrative to win this game. There wasn't a strong alignment either way. There wasn't really anything in the date numerology. There probably was something there. I didn't catch it yesterday, but San Diego State did pull off the upset there. Michigan State picked up the 22nd win on the date with 22 numerology. Butler could have got the 16th win on the 16 date, but we did point out Marquette, top team, 22 date numerology as well. This game was iffy. I thought Butler might get the upset here. Notice Marquette one was 79 points, the 22nd prime. Florida, LSU. LSU had a chance to get that 22nd win on the 22 date. They did not. We liked Georgetown to get the 16th win on the 16 date. They did get it done there. We were also talking about how they'd get their 6th win in their 13th division game, 13, the 6th prime. Those prime relations hit often. Georgetown won with 85. Did we not talk about how this was the rematch of the 85 college basketball championship? Villanova, Georgetown. This is exactly what it was. Basketball equals 85. Stuff's hilarious. 73 books in the Catholic Bible, Villanova, the Catholic school. And then we did like Syracuse to beat Louisville. And then on top of that, we get a Jim Boeheim murder ritual to go with the game. Supposedly ran over a man on Interstate 690. But yesterday, 61 date numerology, the 18th prime, both teams at 18 wins. Louisville, the 18 seed. The game was on ESPN, the 18 network. So college basketball wasn't great yesterday, but it wasn't terrible. The only thing I'm mad about is just doubting the 111 ritual in this game. Should have known better. It's been about 111 all year with Duke. Okay, so hockey was good. College basketball was Let's get to today. Let's do today. And let me go to the chat. What do you guys want to do first? NHL, NBA, or college basketball? We only got 2 ranked games in college basketball, so that won't take long. But what do you guys want to do first? NBA, NHL, college basketball. All right, I'm going to say the NHL wins. Let's just do it. We're going to do them all, and we're going to review everything at the end, so it's not a big deal. I think the people who voted for NHL are thinking the most logically. NHL's been the biggest winner. I think those of you who voted NBA, you might be under a little bit of a spell. NBA has not been the best for us. NHL's been where it's at. So let's do it. All right. It's the 129th day of the NBA season. We'll get there. It's the 142nd day of the NHL season. And all I can think of is there's a relationship with 42 and 142. Might not matter. Might be secondary. Again, we're going to go with the date numerology above all things. But today's date, February 21st, we have 62 date numerology. If we see a team going for 62 points, I'd be all over that. 35 date numerology, 17 date numerology, and 42 and 23. These numbers are not going to be as important. The 42 and the 23. Well, maybe the 42 because it's the 142nd day of the NHL season. Maybe we give it a little more weight today. I know where this number matters. The 42 is when it's in the all-time head-to-head with teams, not so much the current season records. So really looking for those teams going for the 62nd points. It's also the 21st. We got to keep that in mind. It has a prime number relationship with 73, the 21st prime. It's also the 52nd day of the year and the day leaving 313 days remaining. 313, the 65th prime number. Okay, so who's going for 62 points? All right, let's just scan real quick. So here's a team that can get their 62nd points, the Panthers. We're going to do a quick scan. The Wild and Rangers can both get it, so we're going to have to think more about that one. Let's just scan. Is there any other teams? Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot. I was hoping there'd be more. Okay. So let's look here. Let's take another look. 62, 35, 17. All right, so I don't see anything other in this game. The only thing I see is the Capitals could get their 21st loss on the 21st. And that would keep them at 73 points. 73 is the 21st prime. So that's very possible to stay at 73 points on the 21st. Possible. Let's look at Capitals head-to-head here. Capitals versus Toronto. Going to be the 147th game. The Capitals, look at that. They have 73 wins against Toronto, so they could stay there on the 21st. And Toronto has 57 wins in regulation and 67. Wait a minute. 63 counting overtime. This is the overtime losses. So we have reason to believe that the Capitals stay where they are. 73 points, 21 losses on the 21st, and 73 wins all time in the series. I'm not going to overthink it. That's just what's most likely looking at our date numerology. We should double check here. Washington Capitals is 76. They're at 76 points right now. Doesn't mean they'll stay there. Well, it is interesting that they have 76 points right now, and they could potentially stay there, but it doesn't mean that they will. Okay, Toronto. Maple Leafs. Okay, I'm going to say that the Capitals, the narrative, the most likely narrative is the Capitals lose and stay at 73 points and get their 21st loss and stay at 73 series wins. Most likely scenario. Looking something. Shane Lux points out some interesting things, but I don't like decoding like that at all. I don't like that kind of decode at all, Shane Lux. And plus, the goalies haven't been good indicators of anything. All right, let's look at this Hurricane Panthers game. Again, the Panthers can get their 62nd points on the 62 date. $120th game. Hurricanes can get the 60th win. The Panthers can get the 44th win in regulation or the 50th win all time, counting overtime wins. Okay. Is there anything else in this date that stands out? Florida. Okay, I don't see it. Carolina. Hurricanes. Hurricanes is 53, and if you use the rule for S, which is plus 9 more, Hurricanes is 62. So they can get the 62nd points on the 62 date, and Hurricanes has the connection to 62. So date numerology and points has been awesome. All right, let's look at Devils and Senators. Devils and Senators. I don't see anything with the date. Well, actually, I take that back. This date method has not been as helpful in the NHL, 2 plus 21, but it is 23. If the Devils lost, they'd stay there, and the Senators could get their 23rd win. Let's see. Hold up, you guys. Before I go ahead, I just have to go back and revisit something. I'm forgetting to do something that we need to look at. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Wait a minute. What teams do we got here? There's two. Hold up. I hit the wrong thing. All right. Capitals, Maple Leafs. I want to see their home and away record. So away, the Capitals could potentially get their 17th away win. And we do have the 17-day. What about the Maple Leafs? Maple Leafs could stay on 17 home wins. Hold on, I'm remembering something about yesterday. I want to look at something real quick. I remember this Islanders-Flames game. We started to notice. I want to see how this turned out. Islanders were on the road yesterday. The Islanders could have got their 18th away, and the Flames could have stayed at 18 home wins. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, the home and away records have not been as helpful as just looking at the overall records. That's right, because then we started to doubt that the Islanders would pick up the 18th loss yesterday. Okay, I forgot about this. My fault. I'm not even going to look at home and away. I'm not, because I'm just thinking about it's been more than just that game. Looking at the home and away actually has been taking us off the right path. I think just the points and the overall records is just more consistent. Okay, getting back on this thought here. Let's just see if there's anything in the Yeah, I'm not going to look at home and away. I'm not. I'm thinking about what we've been doing for days. Every time I've started to think about that home and away, it's took us off the right pick. More, or not every time, but more often than not. I think it really is just boiling down to the points in the overall records in the date numerology. When we're going with that, we're hitting it. So okay. Devils. Can anyone get numbers there? New Jersey Devils. What's up, man?
What up, man? Hey, Zach, I just got on here. I haven't even listened to the beginning. Have you talked about Zion bullshit already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, Zach, they trying to scare everybody from betting them winning the championship, man.
Or it's just a ritual. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him.
Huh?
Yeah, I covered that. I said the same thing. So.
Yeah, I just got on here, so I didn't get to hear it. So I just think it's just they trying to scare everybody, man. And now it's gonna take betters off. You feel me? And then he's gonna come back better than ever, and they're gonna be juggernauts. Watch, man.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, man. And then it was so funny. I went to the movies yesterday, and then I saw this one big movie that's gonna come out next month. And the first thing they showed in the part of the preview, it said Durham, North Carolina. It was about racism and shit.
Huh.
Tahaji Henson, you might want to look into it. And it's about the blacks versus the whites and trying to incorporate schools together and stuff and have it be multicultural. But the first thing they showed is Durham, North Carolina. So I'm like, oh, my God. You know what I mean? And it's just like the biggest movie that came out last year was the movie, I forgot, that was in Oakland, California, that started out. And then Golden State won. So it's the same thing. They give us hints in the movies, these big movies. in the beginning.
I don't know what movie you're talking about from Oakland last year, but I don't know what movie you're talking about with Oakland last year, but yeah, absolutely.
I can't think. I got a brain fart right now. It's like the Marvel comic movie. What it was called? Oh my God! Well, I can't fucking think of it right now. The big Marvel comic movie that came out last year, the movie of the year. I forgot what it was called, but everybody went to go watch it. But that started off in Oakland, California. But yeah, man, that's just what I think, man.
All right, yeah, I think the same thing. So appreciate it.
Yep. All right, bro. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Take care, man. Okay, nothing screaming out at me about this Senators-Devils game. And that 23-date numerology, I'm not super confident in that method, so maybe just maybe shy away from this game. Yeah, maybe he was talking about Black Panther. I'm not sure. I don't know if that movie started in Oakland, but the Black Panther party started in Oakland. All right, so this Wild Rangers game's tough because 62 points is what we're looking for, but either team can get it here. Let's see if one of the teams has the Gematria connection to the number. Minnesota Wild. Oh. Try to spell it right. Minnesota Wild's 59, the 17th prime. Rangers here. Rangers, if you use the rule on E in reverse, is 62, but rather just be in the pure form. Rangers. All right, let's see what the head-to-head is with these teams. Rangers. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Zach? Hey, I didn't want to interrupt your hockey picks and stuff going through it, but the guy just brought up Zion. Did you see what DraftKings did last night for the game? Zion and Duke win, plus 250, over 32 points, plus 450. There was no options to bet the under on those.
Huh.
All bets on the over and Zion.
So, okay, so easy way to collect for them.
And then the only bet they had on there was would Zion get drafted by the Knicks, plus 540.
Huh.
So when I saw that, I immediately was red flag. North Carolina. That's what I thought.
Sure. Yeah.
It was just you couldn't go under.
Right.
It was like, wait, where's the unders here? And then and of course he got injured at 33 seconds.
Comical.
Right. That's shocking. I don't know what they said he left the game at 36. I'm not sure what that number is, but he was.
Well, Blue Devils is 666 if you use the Sumerian cipher, and that's the 36 triangular number.
All right, so he injured at 33 and left the game at 36, so there fits that.
All right.
But all the DraftKings things were over.
Yeah.
And then they pulled a fast one and pulled them out of the game, so I just swept in thousands and thousands of dollars. We know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right.
Something else. Man. All right, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's something here that can clue us into who's more likely to get the 60-second points. And it's there's nothing for certain that's up there, so just scanning over the numbers to see. All right. In this case, I'm just going to look at the home and away just to see if somebody can get a home and away record that goes with the date. Wilder away. No. Rangers. Oh, it doesn't go with the date either. That's too bad. Mm. Somebody pointed out the Devils have 62 all-time wins against Ottawa. Look at that. $55. Huh. Maybe that's including the playoffs. That must be including the playoffs. Yeah, we're reviewing the picks every single day, man. Every day we review the picks at the end. So, yeah, that 62 wins includes the playoffs, and I don't like when it includes the playoffs. That doesn't seem to be a good indicator historically. Sometimes, but usually not. Okay, so far the only game that I really like a lot is the Panthers. I think the Maple Leafs have the better riddle here. Keep them at 73 points, 73 the 21st prime. They get their 21st loss, and Capitals already have 73 wins in the series. So the first two games have been the best. I can't find any strong indicator for who will get the 62nd points in these games between the Wild and the Rangers. Just the only number puzzle I see potentially is if the Rangers lost, they'd be 26-26, and they'd get their 62nd points. But I don't know that it's going to go that way. So that doesn't build a lot of confidence. Okay, Sharks, Penguins. Let's see here. The Penguins can get their 73rd points on the 21st, 73 the 21st prime. And I think the word shark the singular is 33. It's also 21, 73 the 21st prime. That's the singular, though. Sharks. Let's see. San Jose Sharks. Pittsburgh Penguins. At a 42-date numerology, the 142nd day of the year. Let's see what the head-to-head is here. '41st game. 41st game. Somebody can get the 21st win. It's the Sharks can get the 21st win in the series. Or wait. But that doesn't count the oh yeah, that is the 21st all-time win. Penguins are going for their 18th all-time win. So the one riddle there for the Sharks is that they could get their 21st series win, but it's seeming, again, we've said that the current season seems to trump the series records. So I'd have to favor the Penguins here, getting those 73rd points on the 21st. It's the Penguins' 61st game of the season, and they can also get their 18th all-time series win, 61 the 18th prime. Let me go out to the caller here. What's up, Michigan?
Yep. Hey, what's up, man? It's Johnny.
Hey, what's going on?
Something I noticed about the second, third, and fourth, the NHL games, all three home teams have a 15, 10, and 5 home record.
So you're kind of quiet. Say it again. What is about which games?
The second, third, and fourth NHL games, like hold on a second. Hurricanes, Panthers, Senators, Devils, and Wild, Rangers. They all have a 15, 10, and 5 home record. I'm wondering if all three games are going to have the same exact outcome. I was thinking of is maybe get their 16th home win because it's the 142nd day of the NHL season. 241 is the reflection of 142, which is 53rd prime number, 16th prime number. And I've seen other things that favor the Sharks really well. So if they win, or not the Sharks, I'm sorry, the Rangers. So if they win, maybe all the other home teams that are 15, 10, 5 also win too. Looks like the Panthers probably get like an overtime win. Just my thoughts, though.
Okay, I'm going to check out real quick. So you're saying all of those teams have the same home record right now, 15, 10, and 5.
Yep.
And you're thinking maybe they all get their 16th home win on this date with 42 numerology because 16 has the relationship with 42?
No, it's 122nd day of the NHL. 241 is the reflection of 142.
And then
241 is the 53rd prime number and 16th prime number.
Okay, it's kind of abstract, but yeah, it's an interesting thought. It's a theory. Okay.
I'm just saying, I think you should maybe like those 3 games are linked up somehow to where like same outcome's going to happen in all 3 games, so all 3 teams have the same home record.
It's possible, yeah. It's possible.
So that's it. I have to get back to work.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, Johnny. Okay, so his signal was kind of broken, but he was saying that the Panthers, the Devils, and the Rangers. Let's just double check it. So Devils 15 and 10 and 5. Rangers are 15, 9 and 6. 15, 10 and 5. Did he mean another team? 15, 10 and 5. Who else is 15, 10 and 5? Well, 2 of the teams are 15, 10 and 5 at home. The one's 15, 9 and 6, a little bit different. Panther. Yeah, I just see those 2. Okay. Coming back to this, Flyers, Canadiens. Remember, we talked about this riddle days ago. We expected the Flyers to lose to Tampa Bay and then lose to the Canadiens and then beat the Penguins on February 23rd. And the reason we expect them to beat the Penguins on February 23rd is because that game's in Philadelphia. They can get their 65th points on 2-2-3. And I still like that riddle. Canadiens, notice they can get their 73rd points on the 21st and they can stay at 21 losses. So I think that makes some sense. Guess if you want to make an argument for the Flyers tonight, they could stay at 32 wins against the Flyers, but I'm thinking that that other riddle we've been talking about for days makes more sense. Hey, what's up, Jeremy?
Hey, Zach. I posted a link that has my game notes for the February 23rd game for the Flyers and Penguins.
Right.
And that should help us pick those 2 games today, Sharks, Penguins, and Flyers, Canadiens.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull up your blog here. Okay, I got it up. So what are you thinking?
Yeah, so someone in the chat was saying that the Flyers should lose until that 223 game because they can get their 65th point since Philadelphia equals 223 and 65.
Right.
And I was looking, let's see, the Penguins, they could get their 33rd win against the Sharks and then get their 22nd loss in this game.
Oh, and the next game against Philly?
22.
Okay.
See that little note about 22? Because this is outdoor game in the Eagles Stadium.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's like a special series, Coors Light Stadium Series. On the 54th day of the year, Coors Light equals 54, Stadium Series equals 54.
Okay, very interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I figured they'll have some special tributes in that game.
Yeah, I imagine you're right about that.
Is there anything in those notes that makes it look like how we can predict the games today leading into it?
I'd have to really think about it here for a second, but I see how there's the big 64 connection on February 23rd through the date. You got the double connection to 64. So I'm just thinking about teams going for their 64th points on that date.
Yeah, through that 311 days remaining in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I noticed they have a special jersey made by Adidas called A to Zero.
I see that.
And and it's a match to the Penguins.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So I don't know if that means they're going to win or lose, but
I like Philadelphia getting their 65th points on that day. That seems to be the stronger riddle.
Yeah, I was like, how could Philadelphia lose on their 223 day? Seems like they're setting it up just for them.
The only thing that I could see upsetting that is if the Flyers won today and got their 65th point, then I would expect them to lose in that game. But I think the Canadiens got the better numbers here for today.
Let's see. How many points do they have right now?
Who?
Okay, the Flyers have 63.
Right.
So if they won, they would get 65.
They could get an overtime loss. They get an overtime.
If you get an overtime win, you get 1 point.
You get 1 point for an overtime loss. You get 2 points for an overtime win.
Oh, I see. All right.
So if they got an overtime loss, they'd go into that game with 64 points on the 64 special day.
Yeah, that could make sense. Overtime loss to the Canadiens.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in NHL.
They could also have a 26 in their loss column since Philadelphia goes 101, the 26 prime.
Right, and stay on 26 losses.
So, anyway, yeah, that's just what I have. Figured I'd get those notes out for Glenn.
All right, appreciate it, Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy's blog is Fields of White. All right, keep it up, man. Have a great day. Okay, but again, just following the date numerology for today. Teams that can get 73 points on the 21st, there's rhyme and reason with that. And in these games, the Penguins and Canadiens, they can both stay on 21 losses too. 73, the 21st prime. Prime number's huge. All right, Sabres, Lightning. Let's see. Sabres, Lightning. I don't see anything with the date on the surface. Lightning have been on fire. The one thing that stands out is I know Tampa Bay equals 25. We've been seeing Tampa Bay give teams their 25th loss. So Sabres can pick up their 25th loss. Tampa Bay 25. Positive about that one. Let's see. This will be the 102nd game. And look at that. The Lightning can get their 42nd win on a 42 date against the Sabres. So yeah, Lightning look good here. 25th loss, Tampa Bay. 42nd win, 42 date. Let's see if there's anything else real quick. Oh, Sabres. Well, that's the only concern. Buffalo Sabres 46. If they stayed at 46 points. Let's see. but I think that 25th loss is making more sense. And there's also, you know, could just be the reason that they're facing this team coming in with 46 wins already. Tampa Bay equals 25 and 47. So think about it that way. They pick up their 47th win in Tampa Bay, and they give the opponent 25 losses. And they get the 42nd win on the 42-date numerology. We have seen this numerology method check out in the NHL for the series records, but not for the immediate season records. So I think Lightning look good. Probably not a great payout, but it's probably a good, strong pick. All right, Kings Predators. Predators can get the 23rd loss. The thing is, that date numerology that's 23 hasn't been strong in the NHL. That would keep the Kings. No, the Kings could also stay at 23 wins. Again, this was the game where Senators could get 23rd win and keep the Devils there at 23, but I'm just not confident on that date numerology, so I'd rather stay away from it. We can wait. We can watch and observe this game. If we see that hit tonight, then we can say, okay, well, maybe sometimes it's working, but Kings Predators, let's think about it. It's the 52nd day of the year. The Kings could stay at 52 points. That's one thing. Predators, Nashville. Nashville Predators is 83, the 23rd prime. They could stay at 23 wins against the Predators. The word king, the singular, is 23. It's the Kings, but I'm just seeing the Predators have a chance at 23 too. Kings is 75. They're at 75 points coming into this game, but this isn't, you know, it doesn't mean they'll stay there. We've already seen enough games in recent days where we tried to make a judgment call on that and it hasn't worked out. So I don't have confidence saying that they'll stay there. Los Angeles Kings. Los Angeles Kings is also 83, the 23rd prime. Let's see what that data is here. It'll be the 72nd game. Kings can get their 35th win or their 35th all-time loss. Okay, this game, there's not a lot to be super confident in, but the Kings potentially staying at 52 points on the 52nd day of the year in light of how much the date is connected to these riddles. If I had to pick here, I'd take the Predators, but a little bit iffy. They're obviously the better team and they're at home, so it'll probably go that way, but I just wish there was a stronger connection. If there was something in the team or city names that connected to the upcoming points or win-loss record, I'd be more about it. Oh, wait. 35-35. Wait a minute. Let me come back to that. So, oh, either team can get it, though. It's funny that either team can get the 35th all-time win in the series because we do have the 35 date as well, but either team can get it. So, yeah, it's just it's too dicey. The numbers are too even on both sides. There wasn't anybody else who had a chance at 35 today. I think I was skipping that number. The Predators could stay at 35 wins as well. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just going to stay away from that game. The Sharks could stay at 35 wins. I was sleeping on the 35. So that's another reason for the Penguins to get this W here. Did I miss any other 35s? Okay. Let's see. Blues Stars. I think the Blues are on an 11-game winning streak right now. Streak. Yeah, the Blues on an 11-game streak. So, can they get 12 in a row against Dallas? If only they were going for 13 in a row in this game, I'd be all over it. Blues with the S, with the rule with S, is 23. They could get their 23rd loss, 23 date. But hard to doubt the hottest team in the league. Let's see here. St. Louis Stars are at 25 losses. St. Louis Blues. Let's see. Alice Stars. Huh. Let's see what the head-to-head is here. Dallas Stars, 290th game. Blues going for their 136th win. Stars going for their 112th all-time win. They're at 111 right now. Just didn't see any strong connection there. I don't see a strong connection here with the Blues and Stars. Blues, hottest team in the league. It's hard to doubt them. The only thing that scares is again, Blues equals 23, and they could get their 23rd loss on the date that's sort of 23. Stars, with the rules with S, is also 32. Their record would be 32-23 if their streak came to an end. Actually, let's see who the Blues play next after this game. They played Boston on the 23rd. The word end equals the word end has gematria 23 and 14. And it's also 13. We just saw somebody streak end at 13 games on the 14th day of February. I forget what that was now, but we did see that happen. Somebody had a 13-game streak. It was February 14th. So could they end it against Boston Bruins in the 13th, going for the 13th win on the 23rd? I don't know. If you guys have some confidence about this game, go for it. But I just don't see the kind of the read and the date that I like to go with. Nothing I'm missing there. I just don't see it. So GB in the chat's using different ciphers, and sometimes the different ciphers matter. He says in satanic, stars equals 252, and the Blues can get their 1,601st loss. 1,601 is the 252nd prime. So if the Blues did lose tonight, it goes with the date numerology. It does. End also equals 23, and we're on a 23 date. All right. I think this game's dangerous. I mean, I just wish I had a better number connection to the date to have any confidence. Just remember, n does equal 23. We do have a 23 date. I mean, it could end here. Islanders, Oilers. So we have a 35 date. Islanders could stay on 35 wins. And let's see what the head-to-head is here. Islanders versus the Edmonton Oilers. 78th game. I'm pretty sure. Is it Edmonton that's 78 or is it Oilers? It must be Oilers. Oilers is 78. So we got the 78th game. 30. Okay. The Islanders have 31 wins. The Oilers have 32 all-time wins. That means they could get their 33rd win in the 78th series match. Oilers 78 and 33. Could get the 33rd all-time win in the 78th match. That's something to consider. And if the Oilers do win, it keeps the Islanders at 35 wins on the 35 date. So this is important. The problem is, though, here's the problem. Do you see it already? The Islanders can get their 78th points over the Oilers, which makes it dicey. Makes it dicey. Let me check this out the other way. Islanders. New York Islanders is also 77. If they got an overtime loss, they'd get 77 points. Come back one more time. New York's also 78. Ugh. So, yeah, so you can make an argument that the series record, it is the 78th game. Oilers is 78, but so is New York. So, and just the fact that they can get their 78th points, we don't have that date numerology connection, but this one makes this one dicey too. So, I wouldn't say this is a safe play. The argument for the Oilers is they stay at 35 wins. Hold up. Okay, so the argument for Edmonton is if you're the type of guy that has to take a stab at every game, the argument for Edmonton, you keep Islanders at 35 wins on the 35 date, and Oilers, which equals 33 and 78, they get their 33rd win in the 78th series game. Islanders' argument is they get their 78 points in the 78th series game. So I'm the kind of guy that just likes to go to games where I can't make a riddle both ways. Coyotes, Canucks. Okay. I'm pretty sure somebody has an 18 connection here, and it's the Canucks. Yeah. The reason I'm making that point is just because these teams can get 61 points. 61's the 18th prime. Let's see. Vancouver, Canucks, Arizona. Wait, did I type that right? Let me do it one more time. Vancouver, Canucks. Yeah. Arizona. 42 date numerology. Arizona Coyotes. Coyotes. The other thing about Canucks with their 18 is if you use the rule for S, it is 27. They could even it up at 27-27. I always like to see something in the date numerology, which isn't there for this game. Hold on, let's see what the head-to-head is. Series. 198th game. The Canucks can get the 101st win or the 78th all-time loss. Again, that doesn't go with our date numerology. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately not a strong read there. So let's review hockey real quick. Maple Leafs, if they win tonight, they keep the Capitals at 73 points and give them their 21st loss on the 21st. 73 is the 21st prime. I have a feeling the 73-21s are going to be good for us tonight. Probably won't go in every single game, but we're probably going to see that be a good pattern. Unfortunately, out of all the games, there's only one game where we can get a clear read on the points in the date numerology. Today has the 62 date numerology. Panthers can get their 62nd points, and Hurricanes equals 62. So I like the Panthers. Senators and Devils, I think this is a game to stay away from. I just don't see any strong read there. Best bet is, if you got to pick every game, is there is a connection to 23 today in the date numerology. Senators and Devils could both exit with 23 wins, but it doesn't have, I'm not confident in that because it's the week date numerology method, just the day and the month, 2 plus 21. Wild and Rangers. Unfortunately, they're two of our teams going for 62 points, but they're doing it against each other, which makes it iffy. So I would just stay away from this game. Johnny in the chat, Johnny who's here every day and does good work, he favors the Rangers, and perhaps he's right, but I just don't like it when you can't get a strong read one way. Sharks, Penguins. Here's another opportunity at 73 points, staying at 21 losses. 73, the 21st prime. Canadians can get the 73 points and stay at 21 losses. We talked about the Philadelphia Flyers losing their last game, losing this one, and then winning February 23rd over the Penguins. I wanted to come back to this Capitals Maple Leafs game because I think there was one more thing I meant to tell you about it. I just want to make sure that's true before I say it. So the Maple Leafs versus the Washington Capitals. The Capitals have 69 regulation wins plus 4 overtime wins. So they're at 73 wins all time. The Capitals, they could stay at 73 wins as well on the 21st. 73, the 21st prime. So that's one more riddle for the Maple Leafs up here. So favor the Maple Leafs, like the Panthers. Think the Penguins and Canadians are good with the 73-21 riddle. The Lightning have a good narrative to beat the Sabres. Probably not a great payout here, but they got the numbers. Tampa Bay equals 25 and 47. They get their 47th win in Tampa Bay. They give their opponent their 25th loss. Kings Predators, I don't like this game. If I had to pick, though, I'd pick the Predators just because they can keep the Kings at 52 points on the 52nd day of the year. Actually, I just thought about something else about that. The game is in Tennessee, and Tennessee is 34 in this cipher. If you use the rules for S, +9 for each S, Tennessee is also 52. So I guess there is a connection to the location in it, as well as the date. 52nd day of the year, 52 state. They could stay at 52 points there. The only concern for me is the Predators could stay at 35 wins on the 35 date. So, but again, a lot of times when a team comes in with the number already in the column, the date numerology doesn't matter as much. I'd still favor the Predators here, though. Stars, Blues, to me, this is a stay-away game. There's a riddle for the Blues streak to end, but it's not a very strong riddle. And since they're the hottest team in the NHL and the Stars are mediocre, I would just shy away, personally. Islanders or Oilers, tight riddle here. 78th series match. New York equals 78. Oilers equals 78. Islanders can get their 78 points. The riddle for the Oilers is Oilers equals 33 and 78. They could get their 33rd win in the 78th series match. So I'd shy away. And I don't see anything for the Coyotes and Canucks. I don't see anything there. Nothing that gives me any confidence one way or the next. Okay, let's Shane Lux says Canucks can get their 62nd all-time regular season win at home, not including the playoffs. Okay, let me come back and double check that. I thought I just looked at that and saw something different. Thank you, Shane. Let me Oh, this must be looking at the time that this must just be looking at the Coyotes without whoever their prior franchise record was, because, yeah, they used to be the Winnipeg Jets. Is that what it is, Shane? Not counting the years of Winnipeg? That's got to be what Shane's talking about. If you count the Winnipeg years, it's not that. But maybe without the Winnipeg years, that's what it is. And I don't know how to sort that out. Shane, can you drop a link for what you're using to verify that? If that's true, I'm going to ride with you, because then we got the 62 date numerology. Oh, wait, at home. I see what you're saying. At home. Okay, how do I maybe that's just looking down here. Is it M cubed? Vancouver Canucks, series record, Arizona Coyotes. This includes the playoffs. Oh, so what Shane did is he went back and looked at the playoff games and took them out. So Shane went the extra mile. If Shane is correct on this, and I know Shane's been here a long time, so I trust Shane. If Shane's stats correct, which how do I playoffs? Is this how I do it? Won 2 series. How do I get the games and not the series? That's probably right, though, because most hockey series are best of aren't they best of 3? So they won 2 games, 2 games. All right, I'm just going to take Shane's word for it on here. I don't know how to subtract it with. Oh, here. I see. Hold up. I see how you do it. It says they have 8 wins. But then this is at home. Ugh. Okay. I'm not going to waste more time on it. I'm going to trust that Shane's correct. I need to figure out how to do that in my own time. Canucks can get their 62nd home win against the Coyotes on the 62 date. I like that because I follow date numerology. So I think Maple Leafs are worth a play. Panthers are worth a play. Penguins are worth a play. Canadians are worth a play. Lightning are worth a play. Predators are a maybe. I'll let you think about that one. Predators are a maybe. And learning that the Canucks can get the 62nd home win in the regular season on the 62 date, I'd say they're worth a play too. So we got some pretty good reads in the NHL. Again, the patterns, they don't follow for every game. So if you want to do some extra analysis and try to determine which one of those games maybe the pattern's not going to go that way, might be worth the extra analysis. Okay, let's do the NBA and then we'll finish with college basketball. I want to figure out what's been going wrong in the NBA. The NBA used to be just like the NHL. It used to follow the date numerology, and ever since the week before Super Bowl week that things have not been the same. If Denham was here, he'd say nothing's changed, but I don't know where Denham's coming from. I mean, everything's been different. Date numerology has not been the course. So Cavs Suns, this is almost a game I just want to throw out the window because I hate both these teams. They don't seem to follow any pattern. We can just look at what the head-to-head is here for these teams. $112 game. The Suns next wins the 65th. The Cavs next wins the 48th. Now, there is something that stands out to me about the Cavs next win being the 48th because this game's in Cleveland. And Cleveland's 48 land. So, let's see here. You guys, something I hadn't mentioned today that I should have is that today leaves 313 days left in the year, which is the 65th prime. It's one thing to think about. Philadelphia, I still think they get those 65th points on 2-2-3, but today does have a slight connection to 65. All right, Suns, Cavs. God, I just... Yeah, that's a point too. If the Cavs win, they would stay on 46 losses, and it is Phoenix, which is a 46 city. They could also get their 13th win. Phoenix 91, the 13th triangular. So I got to say that I favor the Cavs here. They could get the 23rd loss on the 23 date, but it's not the strong date numerology method. Yeah, I just Suns and Cavs, man. I hate these teams. The argument for the Suns here is that they stay on 48 losses in Cleveland. But again, Cleveland can get that 48th win in the series. You know what? Just stay away from this game. I'm also just, like I just said about the 65 thing, today leaves 313 days left in the year, the 65th prime. I would stay away from this game. I'd avoid that game like the plague. Okay, Heat 76ers. 76ers can get their 38th win over a Florida team. Florida's 38. We're on the 21st. They could stay at 21 losses. Let's see here. Miami for 27. Miami's next one's their 27th. It doesn't have to come today. Miami Heat. Miami Heat is 79, the 22nd prime. The 76ers lost. They get their 22nd loss. Heat. Let's see. 76ers. Again, when I do 76ers, I just leave off the 7 and 6 because really it's just supposed to be the letters. And Derek changed his calculator so if you punch in the 76, it gives you more numbers. Philadelphia. Let's see what the head-to-head is here. $119th game. Philadelphia going for the 59th win. Miami going for the 61st win. Danger, danger. 59 is the 17th prime. We have 17 date numerology. The problem is Philadelphia equals 61. And they could theoretically get their 61st win in Philly. All right, let's look at the conference standings here. Let me check something else. Okay, they're not in the same division, just conference. So they're 14 and 19 in the conference. 76ers does have that connection to 15. They could get their 15th win. '76ers could stay at their next win is their 22nd. It's the 59th game for the 76ers. 59th game for the 76ers. And again, they could get that 59th win against the Heat. 59 is the 17th prime. So I'd give the 76ers the edge. Just what scares me is the fact that the Heat could get the 61st win in Philadelphia, where that's a big number there. Embiid's out. Okay. The thing about players being out is it doesn't always indicate anything either. A lot of times it's just a betting trap. But yeah, it's not a strong read there. I only want to make calls on NBA games if we see something really strong because NBA has been really pissing me off for some time now. All right, so the Trailblazers. What stands out about them is they can get their 35th win. Today has 35 date numerology. That said, the date numerology hasn't been hitting in the NBA like it typically does. Let's see what it is for these teams. Portland Trailblazers. It'll be the 87th game. The Nets have 24 wins. The Blazers are going for their 63rd. Let's see. Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets is 53. The Blazers could get their 16th away loss. 53 is the 16th prime. Trailblazers is also 53. Doesn't go with our date numerology, though. But again, I'm just so in the habit of looking at date numerology because that's what it always was. I know for more than a month now, it hasn't been date numerology that's been leading us very far in the NBA. Portland Trailblazers. Yeah, the series records don't really make a difference here. The Blazers record would be like the date numerology. They'd get their 35th win. They'd stay on 23 losses. It's also a 17 date as well. The Nets could stay on 17 wins. If they got their 14th loss, the shortened name Blazers is 43, the 14th prime. So let me look at a couple more things here. Barclays Center, Brooklyn, NY. Brooklyn, NY, 52nd day of the year. Okay, so the date numerology is definitely favorable for the Blazers. No doubt about that. The one concern is Brooklyn Nets equals 53. Well, there's one less musician in the world. Brooklyn Nets 53, the 16th prime. And yeah, it just honestly, you guys, what I would do tonight with the NBA is just watch. Let's see if it gets back to where it used. I don't know if like just some weird stuff was going on between the Super Bowl and the All-Star break, or if this trend's going to continue. Because, I mean, honestly, as the person who does this, I just the last month I haven't known what to think in the NBA. I mean, we've seen some games. The one riddle that we know that hits is like just to go back to an example not that long ago, the Blazers had a chance to become 33-21 against the Spurs. That happened. Anytime we see where the record can be perfect for the win and loss with the opponent, every time we see that, that works. That's like that's the best thing in the NBA in this stretch of date numerology not adding up. Now, that only happens like, I don't know, once or twice a week, so it's not real common. But whenever you see that, that's like, okay, I can feel real safe with this pick. If it goes back to date numerology, Trailblazers should take it. So I'm in wait and see mood. Celtics, Nets. I see, or not Nets, Bucks. What I see right away is the Bucks can get their 44th win in Wisconsin. They like that number. Wisconsin's 44. Let's see. The Celtics could stay at 37 wins in Milwaukee, too. Milwaukee's 33. Milwaukee 37. What's the abbreviation? But Wisconsin 44. So their records would sync up with the location with the Celtics loss. We have a TNT doubleheader. Okay, that's the first game on TNT. Oh, the Celtics and Lakers on TNT. Go figure. Okay. Is there some connection to 14? Milwaukee Bucks. There can be 14s all over the board. I was just trying to think if there's some connection to that. All right, let's see what the head-to-head is here for these teams. $213th game. There's a big special number, 213. The Bucks next wins their 104th. Sort of like 14. Does 14 equal 104? Am I making that up? It does. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing 14s all over the place, so that's interesting. When you write out 14, it is 104. The Bucks can get their 104th win. The Celtics can get their 110th. So notice, if the Bucks win, they'll stay at 14 losses, and they'd give the Celtics their 14th away loss, and then they'd be 14-14 on the road. So I'm thinking Milwaukee's the better play here. Again, stay at 37 wins, pick up the 44th. Let's look at the conference real quick. So the Bucks can get their 31st conference win. Boston equals 22 in the most pure cipher. The rule for S makes it 31, so they can get their 31st win over Boston. And the Celtics can get their 11th conference loss, and Bucks is 11. So I think in this case, there's enough things lining up here to feel good about the Bucks. Hold on. I see somebody's burning up my text message. I just want to make sure it's not somebody in the chat here. No, it looks like it's somebody texting me about something else. Okay. Rob says another connection for Cavs game is Larry Nance Sr. played for both. Oh, yeah. Well, I know Larry Nance Jr. got sent to that team from the Lakers. Oh, there must have been a comment you had before that. Cavs game, Tristan Thompson birthday is 313, and he has been in the news for cheating on OJ's daughter. Really? Okay. Yeah, the LA-Boston thing, I do think it's coming too, but not this season. Not this season. All right, so I like the Bucks. Out of the games we looked at so far, I think the Bucks are got the best riddle. There's other things I could look at for these games, but they just haven't been working in the last few weeks. I guess I should look anyway. I'm going to look real quick at the Trailblazers out-of-conference record and the Nets out-of-conference. These things used to work, but they haven't been working the last 3 weeks. I don't trust NBA picks right now, which isn't what I want to say, but that's the truth. Okay, so the Blazers conference record is 20-19, which means out of conference. Wow, they're awesome out of conference. 14-4 out of conference. 14-4. What about New Jersey? Or not New Jersey, Brooklyn. All right, so they have 9 wins and 12 losses. They're not so awesome out of conference. 9-12. I don't see how that factors in here, though. Yeah, we looked at those games. Here, I'm just going to go back and look at the Suns Cavs out of conference, too. It sounds like as a group we're favoring the Cavs in this game, but God, these teams. The Suns 7-31 in the conference, which means they're 4-17 out of conference. Those numbers don't really go with today. Cavs. Cavs are 2-17 out of conference. I can't see anything that's real strong about any of those numbers. Okay. So far out of all the NBA games, Bucks over Celtics. That's the only thing I'm really feeling so far. Warriors Kings. Well, I see the Warriors can get the 42nd win on the 42 date. Remember when LeBron James played his first career game against the Kings and played for 42 minutes? Let's see. It's the 58th game for the Kings and the 58th for the Warriors, and this game's in Oakland, 58 town. Oakland's 58. I think Golden State's 58 too. Yeah, it is. Warriors can get that. So the Warriors' record would be 23-7, 2 times 3 times 7, 42, 42 wins. That looks like a record riddle. Oh God, 13-point favorites. Yeah, there's not a lot of. Here, let's just see what the head-to-head is all time. What we'd like to see is if the Kings have any chance to upset here. I don't think so, though. $394th game. They get their 206th win or 189th loss. Those numbers aren't too helpful. I guess the only potential riddle for the Kings is to give the Warriors their 17th loss on a date with 17 numerology. That is a big number in the NBA. NBA 17. But well, the Kings could get their 17th conference win too. How about that? Maybe they play them tough. I'm pretty sure that 2, 3, 7, and 42 wins is happening. I think the best bet for the Kings is they cover the spread. If you wanted to bet on this game, you could take a stab at the Kings covering the spread, but that's no guarantee either. Kings are very likely to get that 17th away loss. I don't see how the 42-23-7 thing doesn't happen. Those numbers have too strong of a relationship. 42, again, the prime factorization is 2, 3, 7. What's up, caller?
Hey, Shaq. Yeah, this is Izzy. I just want to say for the NBA game, usually there's a narrative when they're coming off the All-Star, even before and after, that they're not in their groove. So usually there's more likely for upsets to happen during before and after. Like before the upset, before the NBA All-Star, the Knicks broke the streak. They won.
Right.
Against Atlanta. So there's more narrative for upset before and after the All-Star game. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you're right about that.
All right.
Bye. Thanks, man. Okay. Lakers Rockets. So the 17 on the board is the Lakers can get their 17th home win. They can also get back to a non-losing record. Let's see here. How many days is it from LeBron's birthday? Check it out. It's the battle of the Jameses, you know, the King Jameses. Let's see. 53 days. Los Angeles 53. 53, the 16th prime. Okay. So Rockets can get their 16th away loss in Los Angeles too. Los Angeles 53, the 16th prime. They could have think about that. 13 away wins, 16 losses. That's very Los Angeles. LA's 13. The only concern is you could have the same record here with the Lakers, huh? They could stay at 16 wins and have 13 losses. But I'm thinking LeBron has to do something. Got to get his team motivated. I expect the Lakers to have a better second half than they did first half. I don't expect LeBron to miss any more games. Is there a riddle here between this? Okay, so we see the Boston and LA piece. Is there a riddle with Milwaukee and Houston? They both have the 44 thing going. Again, Wisconsin's 44, Rockets is 44, James Harden's 44. It's not Harden scored 44 points by the numbers. What's the series match here? $199th game. That's the 46th prime. Houston, Texas. That's the 46th thing. No. Wrong one. 220th game. The Rockets have 83 wins against the Lakers. Their next loss is their 137th, the 33rd prime. That will keep them at 33 wins. These teams are in a different division, right? Yeah. Let's see the conference here. Rockets can get the 17th loss on the 17 date. Lakers, their conference record doesn't really have any rhyme or reason. Let's see. Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets is 59, the 17th prime. That's right. Lakers can get the 17th home win over the Houston Rockets. That makes sense. Los Angeles Lakers. How much is this for them? It's their 58th game. So that's a big number for the Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers, 58. Kobe Bryant, 58. Freemasonry number. What's up with 29? Alex says LeBron says he's raising his intensity to playoff level. I can see the Lakers as the 6th seed for sure. Lakers 66, LeBron 66. That riddle with last season, the Lakers and the Cavs playing in their 66th game of the season. Yeah, Lakers 6 seed's probably a good bet. So Sports Gematria says Lakers could stay on 28 wins, which is a fair point because Rockets does equal 28. That's absolutely true. And then he says Harden is at 31 straight 30-plus point games, and Houston equals 31. Houston also equals 32. So does he go for number 32 tonight? Or does it stop at 31? Yeah, I got to expect something big from LeBron, too. I mean, it's the All-Star break. He's rested up. His team's disappointing. I mean, we've seen a lot of rituals synced up with his injury. I just want to see how many days it is from Christmas Eve real quick. It's 53 days from his birthday. Does that mean it's 58 days from the injury on – it was a Christmas Day injury. Christmas Eve was the Jewish money thing. Christmas Day against the Warriors. It is 58 days later. It's also a span of 59 days, the 17th prime. And again, both teams, it's their 58th game. With regard to it being a span of 59 days, the 17th prime, Houston Rockets 59. I think the Lakers have the better riddle here. But again, I'm real sore on the NBA right now. My confidence is not high. But if I was going to take a stab at 3 games tonight, I would not bet on the Suns Cavs. I favor the Cavs, but I have no confidence. Heat 76ers, I just don't – there's nothing here in the numbers that gives me any confidence either way. I would just stay away from it. The 76ers lately are a guessing game team. You just don't know what team's going to show up. The Blazers and Nets, the date numerology says Blazers, but the date numerology hasn't been hitting in the NBA. They can get the 35th win on the 35 date. I'm in wait and see wait and see mode right now with the NBA. I just want to see if things get back to normal. 5 weeks ago, I would have been all over the Blazers. Say, yep, Blazers have a great date numerology alignment. Go for it. But things have not been the same. The narrative for the Nets is Brooklyn Nets is 53, the 16th prime. Blazers could get the 16th away loss. They could also get their 11th away win in the 11th state. Blazers got the date numerology, but just date numerology has just been so inconsistent for a month now. No trust. Bucks, 44th win in Wisconsin. Celtics stay at 37 wins in Milwaukee. Milwaukee, 37. We saw that the Bucks can get their 104th win against the Celtics. When you write out 14 as a word, it equals 104. They can stay at 14 losses and make the Celtics 14-14. So I see enough riddles, despite as inconsistent as the NBA has been, to favor the Bucks here. Warriors will get their 42nd win and become 23-7 because 2 times 3 times 7 is 42, and usually riddles like that hit. The numbers in the record. It is a 17 date. The Kings could get their 17th loss. The only prayer for the Kings is the Warriors get their 17th overall loss. I really wouldn't bank on that. If you wanted to bet on this game, I'd bet on the Kings to cover. But, again, no guarantee that's going to happen either. And Rockets-Lakers, I think the Lakers have the better narrative here. 58th game for both teams. Los Angeles Lakers 58. Rockets lose. They're at 13 wins away. LA 13. They're at 16 losses. Los Angeles 53, the 16th prime. Hello, Super Bowl 53 with 16 points. And Lakers, now they could be 16-13 too. That's the one scare here. They could stay at 28 wins. Rockets equals 28. But Houston Rockets equals 59. They can get the 17th win. We have 17 date numerology. So we have the city name and the date to make us feel somewhat confident about this 17 here. And it's a span of 59 days from LeBron's fake injury. So I'm thinking they get it done. I'm thinking they get it done and get the record to 50-50. Here, let's see who the Lakers' next game's against. Do this for the Pelicans. The Pelicans. So the team they didn't get Anthony Davis from. That game's on 2-2-3. James 2-2-3 and Satanic Gematria. That doesn't really... I don't really see anything out of that game, though, that's a strong indicator, knowing what the Pelicans' numbers are. Yeah. Let me double-check my TNT numbers. So... yeah, I'd say if I'm taking stabs at NBA games, I'm going Bucks over Celtics, I'm going Warriors over Kings, and I'm going Lakers over Rockets. But honestly, what I'd do is I would just stick with the NHL tonight and watch and see what happens in the NBA. See if we can get back on a groove here in the NBA. A tribute made about me? Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks, Dave. Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on. I have a ringing phone. Hold on. Let me answer. It's my lady real quick. Hey, what's up, love?
You ready?
I'm not ready yet. Give me about 20 more minutes. Is that okay?
No, I'm gonna walk home.
Are you sure?
I'm sure I have to go to the lab.
Give me 10 more minutes. I'll be there. I'll be there in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. All right. All right. Let's do the college basketball real quick. There's only one game really to look at because the Gonzaga game's not even worth it. Let's see. All right. Michigan, Minnesota. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe we can get one more good read for the day. To be the 124th game. Michigan going for their 72nd win. Notice Minnesota can stay at 52 wins. It's the 52nd day of the year. Minnesota also equals 52. So Minnesota 52, 52nd day of the year. Michigan can stay at 52 losses against Minnesota. That has some rhyme and reason right off the bat. It's the 16th Big Ten game for both teams. What's Minnesota? The Golden Gophers? Yeah, okay. Golden Gophers, 73, the 21st prime. Golden Gophers is 53. If this was yesterday, I'd be on them with the 16 date numerology, but that doesn't connect to today's date. All right, let's see. Michigan Wolverines. Wolverines is also 52. How about that? Let me just check the arena. Oh, this game is on ESPN. Ugh. ESPN's the 18 network. We know they love their 18 rituals. The upset would be Minnesota getting the 18th win. But I'm thinking that they stay at 17 wins on the 17 date. Michigan stays at 52 losses on the 52nd day of the year. I think that's the better narrative. I think that's the better narrative in college basketball. All right, let's do some review real quick. Well, Dave, the good news is that we review at the end, so you can just watch the short review. All right, let's come back and do this review real quick for NHL. We got some pretty good reads here in the NHL. So today's the 21st. 73 is the 21st prime. The Capitals have 73 wins against the Maple Leafs all time. That means with the Capitals lost, they stay at 73 points and 73 wins on the 21st, and they get their 21st loss. Panthers can get 62 points on the 62 date numerology. Hurricanes equals 62. Good team to do it against. Don't like this Devils Senators game. The Wild Ranger game, either team can get 62 points. Too iffy to me. We have another 73-21 possibility with the Penguins beating the Sharks. That keeps the Sharks at 35 wins on a 35 date. The only thing is we have a 17 date as well. The one prayer for the Sharks is that they stay at 17 losses, but 73 points, 21 losses. Got to favor the Penguins. Same riddle with the Canadians. 73 points, 21 losses. Philadelphia can get their 65th points in their next game in Philadelphia. Philadelphia equals 65. The one prayer for Philadelphia today is today's the day leaving 313 days left in the year, the 65th prime number. That's a little more abstract than just going with the date on the 21st. 73 points on the 21st, so I like the Canadians. Lightning can give the Sabres their 25th loss and pick up their 47th win. Tampa Bay equals 47 and 25. Kings Predators is a little tight. I favor the Predators here. Tennessee equals 52. It's the 52nd day of the year. The Kings can stay at 52 points, so I give the edge to the Predators, but little iffy. Blue Stars, I'd stay away from it. Islanders, Oilers, I'd stay away from it. The Oilers' argument is they can get their 33rd win in the 78th series match. Oilers equals 33 and 78. Problem is New York equals 78 too, and the Islanders can get their 78th points over the Oilers. If the Islanders lose, they do stay at 35 wins on a 35-day. The narrative goes both ways for me to be comfortable. And Shane Lux did some extra homework, and he noticed that the Canucks can get their 62nd home win against the Coyotes in this game on the 62 date. I'm putting my faith in Shane Lux. Date numerology has been great in the NHL, so those are the NHL games that I think are worth a stab at. Again, in basketball, I have really low confidence. College basketball, I favor Michigan tonight. Only game we really looked at. In the NBA, we've been somewhere near 50-50 for like 3 weeks ever since the All-Star break, which is really awful. We've probably just barely been above 50% for the last 3 weeks of picks for the NBA. But if I'm going with games tonight, I'm taking the Bucks over the Celtics. 44th win in Wisconsin. Celtics stay at 37 in Milwaukee. Milwaukee 37. Wisconsin 44. Warriors should get their 42nd win and become 23 and 7. The prime factorization of 42 is 2 times 3 times 7. They're a big favorite anyway. Not a great game. And this Lakers-Rockets game, it's a span of 59 days from the fake injury of LeBron. Houston Rockets equals 59. They can get the 17th home win on the 17 date, 59 the 17th prime. I'm riding with that. And really, in the NBA, I am gun shy. I would wait and see these other games. Trailblazers got the date numerology going on, but date numerology hasn't been hitting. Nothing really to go off of in the Heat 76ers game, numbers-wise. Cavs seem to have the better riddle here, but Cavs and Suns, they've just been dangerous, so I would stay away. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, well, we took a peek at AAF football, and we can keep observing AAF football, but from this past weekend, we weren't able to develop any pattern based on the team name and date numerology. But, yeah, we'll keep looking at it. We're here to talk sports 6 out of 7 days a week, so we're going to cover everything that we can and figure out where we can get our money where we can. So be back tomorrow, same time. Got to go get the lady or she is going to be pissed. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.